What's going on, guys? Welcome back. A couple of weeks ago I bought this FZR600, like a 1989 FZR600. Not a bad looking bike, it's pretty cool, but it doesn't run. We haven't done anything to it yet, just bought a new battery. We're going to see if it fires up. So I'm at my mate's shop. As you can see, I'm not at home. He's got a lot of bikes here. There he is there on the computer. It's Gabriel. Say hello.
Hello.
So yeah, I brought it to his shop just so we can see if we can get it started. So let's see what we can do. He feels awkward.
What? What?
He feels awkward on camera. Hey, go check out his YouTube channel. Budget Mods, do it. Alright, so you can see this thing has a lot of Ks on it. It's like 76,000 Ks. It's not too bad though. It's got some adjustable suspension. A couple of mods on it actually. It's an FZR, but it's got a YZF front end on it. Like front end wheels, brakes, rear swing arm, all the stuff. Some Techno Flex rear suspension. It's kind of cool. And there's a lot of flaws on it too. As you can see, this fuel tank has been destroyed. We'll just replace that though. Seat's a little bit torn, got a few scratches here and there. But overall it looks alright, but we don't know if it runs. So let's give it a crack. Some weird noise coming from down there, I don't know what that is. It stopped. Sounds like a fuel pump. Do these carbies even have fuel pumps?
Not usually.
Not usually.
They've sort of got an internal pump in the petcock. It acts from a vacuum pressure. They did that all in the 70s and 80s and stuff. Yeah, so it's literally just a diaphragm inside.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that noise is.
Alright, cool. So neither of us knows what that is. But anyway, we'll turn it over, crank it over, see what happens. Alright, let's give it a crank. Choke on, actually turn the fuel on. I forgot to do that. We haven't changed the fuel. It's still got like 4-year-old fuel in it, so we'll just see how that goes. Alright, once again. I don't think she's going to start. Okay, so it didn't start. No surprise there. Yeah, fuel is very old. I got it off a guy who had it parked up for about 4 years. So we'll probably just drain the fuel out, stick some new fuel in, see if that helps. All right, it's got to take this is just a cover. It's not actually the tank. The tank is inside there, so we're going to take this cover off to get to the fuel tank. All right, so this is how you undo the petrol tank. Screwdriver. And then it pops out.
It's factory.
If you're ever doing this and you want to find out which Allen keys actually undo, there should be little arrows in there to show you which ones to actually undo. The rest of them are just sort of fake, so don't undo them all. Okay, that's the cover off. And there's the fuel tank there, there's the airbox. And you probably can't see in there, but it's filthy. We're going to try some of this start your bastard stuff. Yeah, going to try some of this stuff, see if it actually starts the bastard. And we'll see what happens. Alright, so he's going to take off the top section of this airbox, probably pull the air filter. One air filter. In case you didn't know, that filters out the air.
So start your bastard is essentially just ether in a can. It's a higher octane, so it gives your motor a better chance of running. So we're going to spray it into the sort of air intake area, but we're going to try to focus on the two rubber boots. They're sort of deep in there and hard to see.
So one right there, one right there.
And that's essentially just the final step of the sort of induction line before it goes directly into the carburetors. Yeah, ideally you'd want to, you know, take the carbies off, drain the fuel out, go through them, clean the petcock as well, you know.
Which is the fuel tap. Like the fuel, yeah, you turn the fuel tap and it turns it on. That's what a petcock is. In case you didn't know, I didn't know until like 5 days ago. So just letting you know.
Yeah, so I don't know, we're gonna see what happens. Hopefully there's a cough or two, at least that'll give us, you know, some confidence that she'll run, but find out, I guess, taking you along for the ride.
Let's do it. Right, so this is spraying directly into those little tubes that I showed you a minute ago. And we're just gonna start it up and see what happens. Still nothing. It actually did make a little bit of a difference. Well, one revolution tried starting, but we're getting closer.
And let me grab a rag.
He's grabbing a rag.
The trick is that you can put a rag or your hand over the intake. It's meant to have a certain amount of back pressure. That's the same with, like, you know, you change out a muffler, it might run a little off because, you know, it all sort of needs to be in tune together. So you can put your hand or a rag or something flat to create a bit of back pressure that the air filter will create. It helps just kick it along. So we'll see if that makes a difference, but there's no guarantees. She's close.
It's getting there.
Oh, I can smell the old fuel.
Yeah, the fuel's pretty bad.
It's like varnish.
So I actually don't think it's going to start. Gabriel thinks it's going to start, so we'll actually we're still trying, but we'll see what happens.
Should be right.
Yeah.
Should be right. That close. It's the old fuel.
Yeah.
It's probably gunged up the carbies.
So yeah, we haven't replaced the fuel yet. It is probably 4 years old. It is not recommended to start your bike on that stuff. But we're curious to see if it'd start. If it doesn't, we're going to drain the fuel tank out, put some new stuff in, give it another go.
So close.
All right, well, I think at this point, we're just gonna stop trying and probably drain the fuel, put some new fuel in it, and go from there. Yeah, we also don't want to flatten the battery. Like, it's a brand new battery. Had to order it in from like Queensland. There isn't any others around the state, so we don't want to drain it and have to charge it for like a few hours. So we want to get this thing running today. So we're going to chill out with that for a bit. We're going to drain the fuel, put some fresh stuff in, and see what happens. All right, so we got the airbox off. Gabriel's just spraying some Start Your Bastard directly into the carbies. It's actually a real pain in the ass to get the fuel tank out, so we're trying to figure out a way to drain that without taking it out. But we're going to see if we can start it like this. It's just sort of drenching it.
Also, just hoping that us doing that will probably break up a bit of the sludge. It's not high compressed fluid, but it's something, so
yeah,
we'll see what happens. Ideally, you don't want to spray it everywhere like we just did. Alright, so do you mind covering? Yep. It's got plenty of compression.
I still don't think it's going to start. So Gabriel reckons it's got pretty good compression. I have a feeling it doesn't, but he's the expert, not me, so I'll trust him.
So close! Come on.
He's getting angry. You know it's going to work. Probably just flooded it with Start You Bastard.
Probably.
So the other thing that could be is it might not be getting spark.
Getting spark.
He thinks it's getting spark. But then again, like every time he says something, I disagree with it. So we'll see. Neither of us have been proved right yet, so we'll just see what happens. Well, it's starting.
It was about to. I'm letting it sit for a while now.
Right, now, we just did it off camera a second ago. It coughed really good, like we were thinking it's going to start. So here we go. Yeah. It's getting close though, like we almost had it going. Oh. Ah. Oh. It's so close. It's actually going to start. I can't believe it.
I reckon that starting feel is bad.
Yeah.
Pretty okay.
This thing is starting today. I swear it is going to start today. Pretty excited. Like I bought this bike knowing that it didn't start. I had no idea if it was ever going to run, but I had faith, kinda. Let's give it a go. Oh, shot flames!
Guess that rules out no spark.
Yep. Can't believe it shot flames. That's so cool. Do it again.
I'll try.
Hopefully that was shown on camera because that was pretty cool. I'll put it in slow motion if I can get that. So it literally is just the fuel then?
Dude, I don't think you understand how bad old fuel ruins carbon.
Yeah. It's getting so close. Maybe we should just get some new fuel. Yeah, we do on that. All right, so like this bike is so close to being started. We're gonna just keep going with this until it actually does fire up properly. Once it does that, we'll then replace the fuel, clean the carbies, do all that stuff, and then get it running properly. Once it is actually fired up and running on its own volition, we'll then replace all the fluids, do all the service items, everything that needs to be done, we'll get all that done. And then we'll take it for a drive. Then we'll take it for a ride. Not a drive, it's not a car.
Come on, baby.
Oh. She started. Just needs to run for at least 3 seconds and then we're good.
So is that the minimum? Is it 3 seconds?
So close, I can't believe it. Maybe I actually did buy a decent bike. Maybe. I'm still skeptical. The battery's dying. Battery's dead.
Yeah, charge the battery. We'll swap it out with another one. It's gonna go though.
Yeah. Alright, so what we're doing is we're changing out the battery just so the other one doesn't die completely. We're going to charge that one up, throw another battery on there just to try and get it started. Oh, funny. Oh. It ran, like, my God, it actually started.
It's like in the car cleaner. It is designed to remove the varnish that's in the carpet, so that's probably why. Alright, come on baby, sing to me. Oh!
Sounding good.
That close.
So yeah, this guy used to track this bike, so he's actually put on like a pretty good rear shock from Techno Flex. It's also got, you know, the 1994 YZF600 swing arm and rear wheel, so it's actually got a much bigger wheel and tyre package. The brakes and front suspension off the YZF as well, so it's got much better brakes and tyres and wheels. I'm going to give it another start. She fired up. A lot of smoke though.
Down the rack floor, you can smell that bad that feels. No, she's good. The second time it was like that.
I'm so impressed with this man right now. A little bit of a misfire there. I say we get some new fuel in this and actually fire it up properly. She's going to run. It's going to ride today. You don't think so?
I mean, maybe. Sounds pretty good.
It does actually. I was expecting no compression in this engine, but it actually sounds pretty good. Sounds like it's misfiring. Like it's only running on 3.
It's just this.
All right, so now that that's done, it actually fired up. I'm so excited about that. Very impressed with this man right here. I had no faith. He did it though.
Told ya.
Yeah, he did tell me.
Can't kill a jet bike.
Yeah. So what we're going to do now is actually drain all the fuel, put some fresh fuel in there, and see if it runs by itself without any help. And if it does, we'll take it for a quick ride. All right, so we drained out the fuel. Gabriel sort of like drank some of it. He's not happy.
It's tasty.
Yeah, he's loving it. So we've gone and got some 95 fuel, chuck in, And yeah, see how she goes now with her own fuel. Just gonna turn the fuel on. Fuel tap is down here.
I do have to reconnect the one hose for the fuel pump, but there's no pressure.
Alright, so we'll do that first thing because he's disconnected a hose. She's starting up real easy now.
Yeah, no smoke either.
Alright, so the float bowls still need to be filled with fuel properly before it'll actually fire up. So I think we're just waiting on that to actually happen properly. But it'll go. Getting no fuel from the fuel pump.
Is it on reserve? We didn't put much in. Is there a reserve?
Yeah.
Maybe try chucking on reserve, see if that does anything.
That's on reserve. And the fuel pump's not making any noise now.
So it's either primed or not working.
So we've basically got it running, but it's just not running on its own fuel for some reason. We don't even know if this has oil in it yet, so we're just sort of seeing how it goes. I'm just saying we don't even know if it has any oil in it yet.
Oh shit! Well, leaking from somewhere. Or smoking a little bit. I think that is...
It smells like water, coolant. Okay, so it's running. That's a good sign. We just need to do some minor tweaks, make it idle properly, let it run for a while, see what happens. But so far, it's looking like the bike's going to do okay. Anyway, what we're going to do is put all this stuff back together. I'll put the airbox on, see if it runs any better, let it run for a while, and see what happens. Might even try and take it for a ride a bit later. It is raining today, so probably not. This also has GP shift, so it's like a reverse shifting pattern. So I'm gonna have to get used to that. Yeah, so we're gonna get this back together and I'll get back to you guys in a second. So the bike's all back together, all nice and good. Did find a bit of a fuel leak there. I think it's just from the fuel tap. So that's fine, we'll fix all that. Everything else is working. It's running a little bit rough. We're gonna change out the muffler because this one's got a big crack in it. So I've got another one at home. So we'll change that out in the near future. Get it all running nice, change all the fluids and everything on the next video. And probably change the exhaust on the next video and see if it runs any better after an oil change and all that. So anyway, that's it for today. Gabriel's fiddling around over there with another bike. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, comment below, all that stuff. Let me know what you think of this bike, what we should do with it. I'm probably going to sell it, but you never know. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, Gabriel.